Good evening, everyone. My name is Ronshau, and today I intend to talk to you about PBIS. First, let me talk to you a little bit about myself. I started off working at Southern Pines Elementary School, where I did in-school suspension. I drove back and forth to Fayetteville State, and then I came back and I worked at Southern Pines Elementary from 1 until 5. At that time, instead of in-school suspension being from the time school starts until the time school is over, it went from 1 until 5. School was out at 2:45, and the kids had to stay longer in order to be disciplined. From there, I moved to Southern Middle School, where I worked as the in-school suspension coordinator, and I was at Southern Middle School for 8 years. During my time at Southern Middle School, I saw many incidents, kids coming to in-school suspension for several different things. I then moved from Southern Middle School to Pinecrest High School, where I now work as the virtual lab facilitator. Today I'll talk to you about PBIS, what it stands for, what it means, the goals of PBIS, and the components of PBIS. I'm going to share this slideshow with you guys, and PBIS stands for Positive Behavior Intervention and Supports. As parents, I know that you all want to know, are my kids in a safe environment? What kind of school setting are they in? And, are they learning? That's the purpose of going to school. What is PBIS? What are the goals of PBIS? And what are the 3 components of PBIS? PBIS is a systematic approach to reduce behavior problems. It's a 3 to 5 year process, so it's going to take time to get this procedure going. It focuses on teaching positive behavior. It has a framework of incentives and consequences. It takes a team approach. Goals of PBIS are just a couple goals: reduce behavior problems, reduce office referrals, teach positive behaviors and expectations. Components of PBIS is teaching, intervening, recognition, and reinforcement. So I've gone over what is PBIS, what are the goals of PBIS, and what are the components of PBIS. Just to tell you guys, I found that some students, they find other things to do besides doing their work. You might have a student that will constantly cause problems in class. They're loud, disruptive, and the first thing you think of is getting them out of this classroom setting. But being realistic, they can't do the work. So they find everything else to do besides doing the work. So that's why I feel like PBIS is a great incentive for school systems, to find other things to do besides suspending kids or placing them in ISS. Are there any questions? Yes.
Have you found in your reviewing your information, does PBIS work differently for students that come from a stable home environment, or students that come from broken family environments? Does it work better for both?
Okay, her question was, does PBIS work better for students in unstable or stable environments? And actually it works for both, because it gives students motivation to work toward the goals that are in place at that school. Yes.
So, are goals set up at different schools at different levels, like elementary schools? Do they have different goals? Middle schools, do they have the different goals? Are goals set up differently?
Well, I know for sure that my cousin goes to Southern Pines Elementary, and they have something, I think it's called B-Bucks. And what they do is they earn those, and they're able to go to the school store, you know, spend them on ice cream and other things. I think the older the setting is, the older the kids get, then the rewards that they give them are different. I thank you guys for coming, and if there aren't any more questions, have a good night.